listen up. What we're covering today is the absolute bedrock of every successful operation. This isn't about the gadgets, it's not about weapons. It's about how you need to think to survive and to win in our world. This is about mindset, so pay close attention. You need to burn this into your brain, because at its core, this is what we do. We're not selling a product. We are in the business of influencing huge, life-altering decisions. Our job is to make a target see that the smartest thing they can possibly do is to work with us. And that takes a profound understanding of people and an ironclad professional mindset. So, what is the real difference? What separates the amateurs, the cowboys, from the professionals out there? It's not about courage, it's not about patriotism, it's about two things: doctrine and discipline. An amateur gets by on luck until it runs out. A professional operates from a foundation of proven tradecraft and a deep, deep understanding of the human element. Today, we start building that foundation for you. Okay, let's get into it. Our first pillar, cover and deception. Everything, and I mean everything, you do in the field is built on the strength of your cover. If your foundation here is weak, the entire operation is dead before it even starts. Look, don't get this twisted. A fake mustache and a different haircut, that's a costume. It's just a tool. Real deception, the kind that holds up under a microscope, is about mastering a narrative. Your cover story, that's your armor. It's what actually protects you when things get hot. A weak story will shatter under the slightest pressure. A strong one is bulletproof. So how do you build this armor? We use what we call the 3 circles model. First, there's the personal circle. Who are you? Your history, your details, your quirks. Second, the environmental. How do you fit in right here, right now? And third, the global circle. What's your character's place in the wider world? A crack in any one of these circles, and the whole thing can come crashing down under questioning. All 3 have to be perfect. And here is a perfect practical example of how to think. The amateur, what do? They go way over the top. They'll spend weeks creating a fake financial report for their fake company, something that anyone with a smartphone can debunk in 30 seconds. The professional, they keep it simple. They make a statement that is impossible to check. The firm's private. End of story. The simpler and less verifiable the lie, the stronger it is. Remember that. And if you want to see what happens when you get this wrong, look at the case of Ahmed S. This was just in a training exercise, a simple border crossing. His story was solid, but he made a sloppy mistake. He'd borrowed a suitcase, and inside, there was a dry cleaning tag with his aunt's name on it. The inspector finds it, asks who it is. When Ahmed explains, the inspector picks up the phone and calls the number. And guess who answers? His aunt, who is definitely not part of the operation. Just like that, cover blown, mission over, all because of one tiny, unverified detail. All right, so you've got your cover locked down. What's next? You have to own your environment. Section 2 is all about threat perception and awareness. This isn't about being paranoid, it's about professional observation. It's about seeing the threat before it even knows you're there. Your number one tool for this is the Surveillance Detection Route, or SDR. Now, this is not just a casual drive around the block. It is a carefully planned, methodical route with specific turns, stops, and observation points. It's designed for one single purpose: to confirm or deny that you have a tail. You do it right, you own the street. You do it wrong, you just told the other side that you're a trained operative. Before we go any further, let me be crystal clear about the most important rule of any SDR. Command number 1, do not crash the car. I'm dead serious. Getting an fender bender is a catastrophic failure. It brings police, it gets your face on camera, it puts you on paper, and it kills the mission. We have lost more operations to simple traffic accidents than to clever enemy agents. Safety is paramount. Second command, stop acting like a spy. No jerky head movements, no craning your neck to look in the rearview mirror. That stuff screams, I'm trained, to anyone who's watching. Every single move you make has to look natural, totally plausible. You're just a person driving a car, maybe adjusting the radio. Subtlety is your best friend. And the final command is the simplest one, but it's where so many people screw up. You have to pay attention. You know the most common way trainees fail in SDR? It's not by missing the surveillance team. It's by getting so focused on who's behind them that they rear-end the car in front of them. You must have total 360-degree situational awareness. Non-negotiable. Let me give you a real-world taste of the kind of pressure you might be under. During one training cycle, right here in the DC area, the Beltway sniper attacks were happening.
Our trainees were out there running their SDRs in the exact same areas where people were being randomly shot. The entire region was on edge. The world does not stop for your mission. You have to maintain your discipline and execute even in the middle of chaos.
Okay, your cover is solid. You're reading the environment like a pro. Now what? Now you engage. This brings us to Section 3, elicitation and rapport. This is the real art form. This is how you get people to give you information without them ever knowing you asked for it. You've got 3 core tools here, and they are incredibly powerful. 1. Play dumb. Seriously, act interested but a little bit ignorant, and people will fall all over themselves to show you how smart they are by explaining sensitive details. 2. Use their ego. Flatter them. Wow, your job sounds so important. Their natural reaction will be to downplay it while describing exactly what they do. And 3, my personal favorite, deliberate misspeaking. State something that you know for a fact is wrong. The human need to correct someone else is so powerful, they'll often just hand you the truth on a silver platter.
But listen, none of those tricks work if you don't have rapport. You have to build a genuine connection. The personality wheel is how you map it out. Every person is made up of these different slices, right? Their job, their hobbies, their cultural background, their values. Your job is to study that wheel and find an overlap. Find a bridge. If he's a sailor, you're going to read up on sailing. If she loves opera, guess what? You're going to the opera. You have to find that common ground to build the trust you need.
And all of this, the cover, the awareness, the rapport building, it's all leading to one place, the end game. Section 4, recruitment. This is where a contact becomes an asset. This is the entire point of the business.
Now, this next point is critical doctrine, so listen carefully. We do not recruit based on vulnerabilities. Blackmail, threats, that is amateur hour. It is operationally forbidden. Why? Because it creates a defensive, unreliable asset who will burn you the first chance they get. No. We recruit based on motivation. What does this person really want? Ambition? Revenge? Ideology? Money? You find that true driver, you align it with our objectives, and the target will often recruit themselves. They become a willing, long-term partner.
Finally, we come to the one thing that underpins everything we've talked about. It's the unseen weapon. Section 5, discipline. Without this internal quality, all the tradecraft in the world is absolutely useless.
Discipline isn't just one thing. It's emotional detachment, the ability to look at a threat clinically without fear or anger getting in the way. It's professional indignance, knowing how to refuse an improper demand from a position of authority to maintain control of a situation. It's rationalization, not making excuses for yourself, but getting inside your target's head to truly understand their worldview so you can predict their behavior. And yes, it's physical resilience, the ability to endure hardship, to be tired, hungry, and in pain, and not let it compromise your mission.
So there it is. We've given you the doctrine. We've taught you the framework. The rest is up to you. The final test in our training requires you to put all these principles together and execute flawlessly. We call it walking the rice paper. So the only question that remains is the one we leave with every new operative who comes through this course. You have the doctrine. Can you walk the rice paper?